Hey guys, Sid here. Welcome to yet another Hall of Fame interview. And here I'm with Shweta Samota. She is an author and she has been following me for a long time, but she got in only after lockdown. Something kicked in and Shweta got into this mode of building her own online presence, building her influence online. She got in the month of March, and last 3 months she's been following the system. And the last 60 days, she's been able to achieve over 4.17 lakhs, helping others become story writers and become authors. So Shweta, congratulations on this achievement. And
Thank
thank
you
you for
very
following
much.
the schedule of 90 days to freedom. Yeah. 90 days to the first milestone. Amazing.
Thank you. Thank you.
So tell us about, the journey in the last maybe 3 months before you got into the system. Like what were you doing, and what compelled you to get started on this journey?
Okay. Okay. So I'm a computer engineer by education and a postgraduate in marketing management. Been into software industry for 12 years and tried multiple things. Okay. Since I come from software background, always wanted to have my own startup. So me and my husband started with our own startup in 2012. Now, before 2012, I had, me and my husband had already written one technical book in 2007-8.
Okay.
So writing was already there at the back of my mind that I want to do something, but also so me and my husband, our passion is to create things. Okay. So in 2012, we started our own startup, Kiva Technologies, and built, awesome products, but, we were too early in the market. So spent 2 years there, burnt money, burnt our fingers, learned a lot. Yes. And by 2014, we realized that this was not working. So we gave 2 years, complete 2 years to it. When we were giving it for free, people were loving it. But when we were asking to pay, there was hesitation. So I took a break. It was like a reflection point now. If you see my academic background, been an excellent in acads right from childhood. So in 12th standard, I scored 100% in physics, chemistry, and mathematics.
Wow. I have to pay my obeisances to you. For the 100 of 100 is crazy. Yeah. Awesome. Good to know.
So when into, this failure was my first failure. Okay. So probably you will be saying you were not trying enough. Yeah. So I was trying, we were trying multiple business ideas, but this was the idea, which we actually took to execution.
Okay.
Till 2012, we were presenting to VCs for investment, business plans. So we were just making plans, but we were not executing.
Okay.
That was the first execution in 2012, spent 2 years. Then I took a break from job because I was not getting satisfaction, even if it was, paying me a lot, but that hint of satisfaction was not there. And I wanted to build something on my own. Okay. Wanted to build something that will pay me more. The hands, the control is in my hand, the growth is in my hand. And the same time, Narendra Modi ji started following me on Twitter. Okay, in 2014-15. Okay. Everybody follows him, but he started following me. And that's when, it pushed me to, do something. It's a kind of tribute to him. And that's how I began that I want to write something for him. And the story idea of my fourth book, that's 9, that germinated. And that's when, my author journey began. So I come from a very traditional, conservative Marwadi family. Okay, and I'm very thankful that my husband and my parents, they are very progressive. And they've supported me to do whatever I want to do. So I started writing. And in 2018, so I had already published 4 books that time. And seeing my success, people started asking me that, how do you write a book? Or how do you go about publishing? And they were not just first-time writers, already who were pre-published. I mean, already published authors started talking to me that how are you earning from your books? So that's when I realized that there's a need for the market. Okay, I mean, people want to know how do you do it. So someone told me, can you teach me? I'll pay you. In 2018, I started taking workshops, offline workshops.
Okay.
And even being from computer background, in marketing. And so still, I didn't think that I should go online in 2018. It so happened that in one of my workshops, one of, Bollywood celebrity walked in. I have no Bollywood background. I mean, no connections with media as well. I'm just like, a common man. Okay. I'm a mango girl. So I was zapped to see her in the audience. And I told her, what are you doing here? In Learn to Write a Bestseller workshop, which now I've actually made it into an online course.
Amazing.
And it actually, touched me when she said that today I'm your student. Initially, she actually blatantly refused that, I'm not a Bollywood celebrity. But when we were having lunch, so that time she actually confessed or, agreed that, yes, I am a celebrity. And then we had a photo session. So she actually attended the entire day course, 1-day course I used to take in 2018.
Okay, nice.
So in then 2 years, I've been taking, helped multiple authors write and get published. Now, in January, I attended this growth summit. That thing was already there in my mind that I have to take this online. I have to reach more people. One thing I enjoy is that when I do these workshops, I really feel fulfilled. Okay.
Yes.
So that satisfaction comes in that I'm not just helping myself, I'm helping others also to reach where I am. So in 2020, I connected with you. I don't know if you remember, but we did have a short chat in the summit and we took photographs, and they were, you were swarmed with many of your already students, and they were earning like anything. And that's what, touched me, that you were so ground to earth, and you gave your, first formula, I think, live session for free. And immediately after the summit, I came home, and me and my husband were not able to sleep that night. We were, with so many ideas, what we could do with this system and this framework that you have built. We saw your course the same night after returning from the summit.
Okay.
And then again, I told you that I was writing this book. So I wanted to, take my time to build this.
Okay.
But I think that I should have done this, pretty much earlier when you would, when I attended your sessions in 2018. But, everything has a time. So
absolutely.
in 2000.
So this was in which month did you attend the summit? Was it Jan?
Jan.
Okay.
Jan
in
20.
Mumbai, Business Growth
Yes.
Summit. Okay.
Yes.
Dr. D. Martini was there. Yes.
Yes.
That was amazing. Nice. So that same night you got started in Jan, and then you had some time to finish this book. And then when did you actually start executing all of this?
In April timeframe. So in March, I returned from Dubai, and and we were like asked to self-quarantine, and me and my family members, again, while everyone was worried about our self-being, I was watching your videos that time and actually implementing, starting thinking to implement what is the budget, how this will all go about. I started recording in April.
Okay.
Took 1 month time again to build my mindset that I never imagined in Jan that I would be in this Hall of Fame interview. And in March also, it seemed like a dream. And even today when I'm sitting here, it seems like a dream for me. I actually doubted it. Yes, in the first I doubted it, okay, to be frank enough, that how is this possible? But now when I have done this, I think it's limitless. It's, all depends on you. The doubt was always not on your system, but on myself, that, can I do it? But today when I've done this, in last 10 days itself, I have touched many authors and been able to make 90K in last 10 days. So,
awesome.
It takes time to understand the system, but then once you get a hang of it, it is possible.
Absolutely. And what I like about your journey is you've followed that schedule. I always say 90 days to your first milestone, and you followed that, even though you had some break in between, but you were able to really build up that momentum. So did you follow all the steps of that, the influence building and then the connections and then building the tribe? Just walk us through that phase. Like how were you able to build it up towards this?
So I really took it step by step. Like when you said niche. So even if I knew that my core is, writing, publishing and marketing books, but still I took my time, went through your niche blueprint as well. Again, how do I write level 1, level 2 and level 3 courses? Then also for the course design, I went it step by step, that what do I then do in 3 days? Okay. My first level is 3-day course. What is to be done? Why this is important? I actually followed blindly. Now the pre-building, the pre-framing you gave, that also I followed it blindly, and I'm following it even now because it's a very helpful thing. How do you build your tribe? How do you, find your voice? So everything, the Facebook ads, the copywriting, everything I followed, point by point, whatever you have given, I took my time. So that's why, it took a little longer for me, but I did it, as you said, step by step.
Amazing, amazing. Were you, see, writing is one thing which you've been doing for a long time. Maybe speaking also is fine. But what about recording videos, confronting camera? Did you have any inhibitions?
Yes,
Or
I
how did
did.
you overcome that? Yeah.
Yes, I did. So initially, one weekend I spent making videos and scrapped them because they were not good enough. I was not satisfied, and plus the voice was not, coming right. Just to give you how I was destined to this is in Jan itself, we bought a new laptop,
Okay.
a new. So I was I'm kind of attached to my things. Okay, very sensitive. So I don't change things so easily. In Jan, I was compelled. I mean, forced by my husband that no, you have to have a new laptop. That time, I had no idea that I was going to get into course making and all. Had already had a new microphone in place. Only thing was missing was camera. I had watched your videos, but I was just avoiding that investment. But yes, the things took place before, the things were prepared even before I started making the course.
The courses.
And yeah, and in April, the courses, so videos, I had some inhibition, but now as I'm taking more live sessions again, doing it, I'm thankful that, to you said that after watching your videos and again, the thing is, practice makes you perfect.
Yes.
Now I feel that I'm much confident in front of camera, but initially, it was difficult.
That's one thing I want to also mention to everyone here watching is having knowledge is one thing, but being able to represent that knowledge in a crisp, powerful, impactful way, looking at a camera, it is a skill that has to be practiced.
Totally
And so what are your thoughts on that, Shweta? I mean, you have the knowledge, you have the experience, you have written a lot of those things. So specifically, what were the, what do you say, blocks you had about yourself, and how did you push through those blocks?
So,
I mean, what
one
was
thing,
the tipping point? Yeah.
Yeah, one thing is very common between writing and actually speaking in front of the camera is that you always doubt yourself. I'm not good enough, or whatever I'm speaking, probably people are not going to connect with it. It's the doubts are all within ourselves, and how we can overcome them is, the first step is start accepting that whatever it is, okay, but I'm going to go out and speak, be it through words or through our writings, that the first thing is that start accepting yourself the way you are. You don't need to change, okay? You need to go out and speak and speak and speak until you're heard. So the first thing to overcome is start doing it, whatever you're afraid of. The success lies where you are afraid of. Okay? So start doing those things.
Yeah. Superb. So the next segue to the conversation, I wanted to understand your sales side of the game, because there are a lot of people who get fearful on the selling process. So two parts to this question. So the question is, how are you getting people into your world, and how are you able to convert them into how are you able to convert them to actually paying you? Okay. And linked to that is, were you good in sales, or was it a skill that you had to, adopt and try out for yourself?
Yeah, frankly speaking, I think this particular thing is not taught in school. And I was so bad at it, okay? Really bad at it. And that's the reason probably we failed in our startup as well, because we didn't know how to sell, okay? It's very, I would say the same thing applies to books also. Yeah. Writing is easy. I mean, making courses is, comparatively easy. But when you go out and sell, you become nervous. And I did become nervous in my first few webinars. And that's the reason I took a break, watched again the videos, watched other people, how are they doing it? And, get that confidence that, yes, I deserve this because I'm going to help it. That affirmation, okay, that trust in yourself comes a little late, but, the only way is to, improve is to go about doing it. That's what I've realized.
Okay. So so you followed the same system of Facebook ads, webinar? How many webinars a week? What's the formula that you're following?
So I did only one webinar a week and followed your webinar formula. I'm so thankful to you, Sids, that
Thank you.
You have made this course. right from the beginning till the end. It's complete actually, just like, I do it right and till marketing. Exactly, I follow this from you that you've also covered it right from scratch till the end. Okay, you're not leaving your students, in between. So yes, I followed your webinar selling formula, your Facebook ads, exactly the way you showed. We did it that way. And I'm thankful to my husband that he stepped in for Facebook ads because I was so much, into all these things, webinar, and also he took a step in and he managed my Facebook ads for me.
Nice. So you're doing one webinar a week?
Yes.
And then, so what's been like your statistics? Like how much is your cost per lead? How many people show up? Do you have any stats on that? Yeah.
Yes. So the thing is that when I do Write in 21 Days, that's again a paid webinar. People charge, I charge 99 rupees. Okay. So it was a break even. So acquisition cost was 100 rupees, and that's what I was getting back
lead
from.
Cost. Perfect.
Yes. And now the other course is Learn to Write a Bestseller in 3 days for 999. Here I see that if for every 1,000 spent, I get 3 people in.
Nice.
So then I'm following this Learn to Write a Bestseller, where if I, so my ads are like daily, I'm here again, I'm a little conservative, trying it out. So Facebook ad cost daily is 1,000 rupees and 3 people take that course. That's the level 1 course.
Excellent. Excellent. And these webinars you do on the weekends or weekdays, or what's working for you?
So I take it on Mondays.
Mondays. Okay. Great.
So I realized that, at least for me, that on Saturdays or Sundays, it was, the attendance was a little low. So I kept it on a weekday.
Okay. It depends. Yeah. For this kind of target audience. Yeah, absolutely. So how many people do you have right now? Your paid customers, and it's been now 60 days.
Yeah.
So how many customers have you been able to get into your world now?
Yes. So 154, they directly came to my level 1 course from Facebook ads. And I've touched, like, for the Write in 21 Days, I've touched over 1,000 people so far. Excellent.
Excellent. That's great to know. And how are you nurturing this community? Are you following like the weekly mastermind format?
Yes.
And do you have your level 2? Walk us through that also.
Yeah. Yes. So now when I started, initially, I didn't have any level 2. Okay. And then as people started joining in, I have my level 3 as well now, which is being launched on 22 August.
Yes.
But people have already bought in the level 3 as well. That's how do you become a bestseller on Amazon. So how do you market your book? So when I started, level 1 was there, and people directly came into level 1, or they came in from Write Your Book in 21 Days. From there, they came into the level 1 course.
Okay. Excellent. It seems like you've perfectly followed this. And level 3 is more, is it a group coaching format or is it a services format? What are you, how did you decide on what should be there in level 3?
So I've gone through, followed the logical sequence that after writing, it will be publishing. That's the level 2. Level 1 and level 2, and level 3 is the marketing. So on the same way, writing, publishing, and marketing. So when people come in for writing, obviously they will need to publish it. Yes. And in publishing, it's not just about, self-publishing. It's about how do you edit, format, not just self-publishing on Amazon, plus how do you publish on Flipkart if you're a self-published author, and paperback publishing as well. And then I decided that now, they have published them. They need to know how do you sell it. Okay. So I cannot just leave them there. It's my duty and responsibility to show how, then go ahead and sell those books. So that's the level 3.
Excellent. And how have you priced level 1, level 2, level 3?
So level 1 is 999. That's the entry level course. Perfect. And then I offer them, come into details of level 1. So level 1 is kind of introduction to how do you write a best-selling story. But then there are a lot of things that go inside actually writing it. Okay. Where I conduct mastery sessions for them for a particular thing. How do you find that idea is profitable or not? Then how do you outline your book? How do you write compelling paragraphs? Now people say that go and write a book, but how do you actually do it? So that's where, I come into picture, where I actually show them, okay, how it is actually written, be it fiction or non-fiction. I've authors who have actually published, following this method that I take in the next level of 12 mastery sessions, which is in level 2. Plus, I do a writing sprint for them. So for that entirely, I charge 4,000, so 3,999 for
Okay.
level 2. And if they want, publishing as well, where it's about not even just, editing, formatting. I forgot to mention, I show them how do you get ISBN without spending a penny, how do you get copyright, so all those things, a lot more in level 2 of publishing. For that, again, I charge 4K, 4,000. And if they want everything, okay, all access pass, they get an 8,999, where I cover writing, how to write, the steps, hand holding by me in the writing spirit and accountability, and publishing, okay, full on support from me if you get stuck in publishing, and then marketing as well. So the entire thing I've given them in all access pass for 8,999. So that's what is,
Nice. Great. Nice to know that you have thought through it from a perspective of the journey, like what all they have to go till they reach that point of not in just publishing, but even marketing it after that and continuing. So that's how you structure your levels. That's great to know. So when it comes to,
thanks to you.
yeah, no, I'm so glad that you just, it's all about the journey, customer journey. And most people, like, they think that creating a course is just giving their knowledge, but it is actually thinking from a perspective of how you can handhold that person to achieve their goal. And that makes a big difference. And the results are showing here. So on the technical implementation, were you able to do it yourself, or did your husband help you on this? Are you following all these tools like ClickFunnels, Teachable, and GetResponse, all these other systems?
Yes, so implementation wise, everything is done by me. Now, I come from a computer background, so I'm an engineer. So it was, the way you have explained in your courses, even a novice will be able to do. But, I'm an engineer, so it was, pretty doable.
Okay.
And within a set time period. So, so whoever is watching this video, I want to tell them that, anyone can do it. So, if I am able to do it, even you'll be able to set the system within whatever, Siddharth has shown. Exactly, if you do it that way. One thing that, touched me from Siddharth's course is that, systems don't fail. And that I've realized from my journey as well in so many years. Systems don't fail, people do. Okay.
Yes.
So you have to have that trust in yourself that you can do it. And I told Siddharth that, I'm so glad that I trusted in myself to trust in you, okay, and follow your system throughout.
Thank you. In fact, that's the same attitude I have towards my mentor, and that's what got me there. So sometimes we just need to stop using our brains. And that's the problem, sometimes when we're overly intelligent, we think that we already know that, and we assume. And that's what is the stumbling block to success. And the day, like, I still remember that day I was watching a webinar of my mentor, and he said this, just do this, systems work, people fail. And I just decided to completely surrender to him. And I always say in my webinar also, if he tells me stand on one leg and send an email, I'll just do that. And it works. I mean, he didn't make me to do that, but whatever he asked me to do, I just followed the same principles. And within 90 days, I had my first breakthrough. This was 2018. And then, and as I was implementing more, all these new models started to develop. So I just improved on the same process, adapted it for the market that I'm serving over here, getting feedback from my community. And that's the beauty of this journey. And I'm sure you're experiencing that also, Shweta. Now with all the 100+ students that you have, you must be getting a lot of feedback on what do they want next, or what are the missing gaps. You're going to start working on those areas. Yes.
Yes. So, I'm actually thanking everyone to asking questions, and I'm telling them, encouraging them, ask me more. Okay. What do you need? So that, it's kind of learning for me that, probably I'm missing it. It's not that I know, then they also know. Okay?
Yes.
So that's why I'm keep noting those points, and then including them in videos, and I mean in the course, helping them through that way.
Great. Awesome. Good to know, Shweta. What is your vision for the next year to 3 years? What have you envisioned for yourself and with what you're doing?
Yes. So obviously, since I'm an author, 3 books are in pipeline. So I want to, finish them and publish them. And from, being a coach perspective, I want to touch more people, help them become best-selling authors like me. And obviously, money wise, today I'm earning, 4 lakhs. In 10 days, I was able to, earn so much. So
Yeah.
obviously, I want to follow your path, and I want to be where, at least. So one more thing I want to add, when I left my job in 2012, I was actually earning 2.5 lakhs per month. Okay.
Okay.
So I'm so happy and glad that, and plus blessed, and that I followed your system, and I'm actually crossing now. Okay, although it's 2020 and I could have like earned much more, but within 3 months, I was able to touch that. Okay, that monthly salary, and now my target is to cross that per week basis.
Yes.
So that's where in 1 year timeline I see that I want to within a year I want to cross that as well.
I'm sure you will.
Per
Sure you
week
will.
instead of a month, per week.
Awesome. You will for 100%. So the system is there and just need to, now it's a matter of scaling. That's it. That's the way to go. So thank you so much, Shweta. All of you watching this, in my YouTube channel description, there's a link to Shweta's next webinar. Please go and attend that webinar and understand. And as you can hear in this conversation, that she has really followed the system. It's working for her, and she's an expert in her space. And she's also an author who's launched many books. And if you're able to resonate with what she's doing, go and check out what Shweta has to offer to you. And if you want to be a part of this community called the Internet Lifestyle Hub, go to sids.co/formula, and you'll get to know more about my courses and jump into the bandwagon. We want more people like you watching this who can be a part of this community and go through the same path like what Shweta went through over the last 90 days. You can, in the next 90 days, you could also be sitting in the Hall of Fame like this and me interviewing you when you achieve your results. And I look forward to that. So Shweta, I love to ask this question at the end of my interview, which is based on all your life experiences and all the learnings that you've been through. If you had to distill it down to one success principle, which is the closest to you, which you live by and you continue to live by, what is that success principle?
That is consistency is the key. Okay. And the secret to success is being consistent on your path.
Awesome.
And plan. Okay. Plan and execute. So for me, consistency is the thing that if you are there on your path consistently till you are actually hurt, then there's no looking behind. So just be consistent, be there.
Fantastic. Thank you. I cannot agree with you more on consistency. And I'll tell you an angle that I was able to think about, on the same point is just like how there's compound interest when it comes to money, there's also compound interest in effort.
Yeah.
And when you're consistent, it will start to compound after a time. Sometimes you may not be able to see the result immediately. Like even in your case, for many years, you would have tried the same thing and then boom, it just suddenly just moves up. That is the power of consistency.
So I'm the best example, Sid. Yeah. I was, following you from 2018 and I came in 2020. So just imagine people following me now and they'll come in 2021, 22. So yes, for everyone out there, be consistent and you can do it. Okay. Just follow the framework, which is built by Sid. It's fantastic. And he has not missed anything. Okay. Right from beginning till the end, it's there. It's there. You just have to enroll and start learning plus implementing them.
Awesome. Thank you, Shweta. It was a pleasure interviewing you and looking forward to interviewing you next when you achieve 1 crore. And I'm going to do another segment on the 1 crore club. So we will do that. And all of you who are watching, please subscribe to my YouTube channel. And also on my Facebook, just follow me. I have my other groups that you can be a part of. So you can stay connected on future interviews that I'm going to be launching out like this. So once again, Shweta, thank you. Wish you all the best.
Thank you so much.
Looking forward.
Thank you. Yeah. Thank you so much.